Hello guys, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Miss Sedino. If you're an old subscriber, welcome back. So I'm going to redo a video of what I did last because the sound wasn't really working well and all my phones had issues, so I had to wait until I get a new phone to get back to you guys. Thank God that we are going to be consistent right now because I am back with full force. So the last video was about things, the good part of being in Germany and the reason as to why I chose to stay. So one of the reasons is because there's safe or low crime cases, and I feel like yes, crimes are there, but they hardly happen, and so because everything is really controlled by the system, and so it's very hard to find a lot of crimes because everybody tries to follow the law, and always your neighbor is always your watchdog, and so they're watching everything that is going on around. So if you do something wrong, there's always somebody who has been noticing that you've been trying to do something, and so before you commit the crime, you're always caught. Point number two is that the roads are very efficient, whether you are driving or for the public transport. And for the public transport, I also feel that they really serve a great purpose for us, especially those people who are not driving, and they have their time schedules that they move about, they move round about, and so you definitely know what time to go out and catch the bus and what time your journey is going to last, because they have a system, an app that you can always track the transport system. And for the people who are driving, the roads are very well done. They do not have potholes, they do not have anything that is going to make you delay or easily cause an accident. Most people are disciplined on the road. Of course, some people, they're always crazy, but most people are always disciplined in the roads. And the fact that they have cameras in between the highways and some roads, sometimes they do the patrolling, and so everybody tries to do what is required of them. Point number three is about the health system. The health system is very good. You do not have to go to hospital wondering how you're going to pay your bills, because everything is already done with the insurance, and so you only swipe your insurance card and you get the treatment that you want. Another point is that Germany is a multicultural country. So being multicultural, it means that there is a lot of people from different countries and different races, and so it makes you be aware of how to live and be around people from different races. And so I feel that that is really good. And yeah, so you learn a lot from different nationalities and cultures if you get to mingle with them. And sometimes they do have events whereby people mingle and you get to know them. So yeah. And then another thing is that Germany, they have a very comprehensive welfare system whereby for example, you've lost your job, the Arbeitsamt office, I don't know the work office in English, because usually when you translate German to English, sometimes it turns out to be something else. But this is, I think, a work office that protects the workers. So if you've lost your job, usually you're covered by this Arbeitsamt for some time, usually up to 1 year, or if I'm not wrong, I think it's up to 1 year. And then within this period, you're supposed to be looking for another job or decide what to do. If you want to go back to school to further your education, then it's up on you to decide. But this office is going to be paying you your salary first. The first few months or up to 1 year, they pay you full amount, and then after that they start reducing it because you need to be looking for something. They need to know what your plan is. And then also, if you've given birth, you're on maternity leave and you're home, usually the government will take care of your needs, and then for you to take care of the baby for up to 3 years. And then after that, then they start asking you to go back to look for a job if you are not working. But if you are working, then you just definitely go back to work. And I feel that that is really reasonable, because it gives you enough time to bond with your child, you know. So another thing is that as an expat coming to Germany, you definitely have more and more opportunities, whether it's low skilled jobs or high skilled jobs, as long as you have the workforce in you that, okay, or your willingness to work, then there's a lot of opportunities and you can't really go hungry because you can do anything in this country, any jobs, safe jobs. I'm not talking about crimes or anything. I'm talking about, of course, the doing the right thing when nobody is watching. So you'll definitely survive. My other point is that I love Germany because of the geographical location, because Germany is almost in between most Europe countries. It's usually like 1 hour to drive, 2 hours drive away from Germany, probably to Denmark or to Netherlands or to Poland. So you can easily move around, and especially for me as a traveler, somebody who really likes to travel, I feel like this really, really, really suits me. Another point is that women are very much protected in this country. So if you're going through domestic violence, there's usually women camps whereby you can run to and seek help, and they will help you go through your process until everything is settled. You have a house of your own. You're having the enough security and stuff. They will always protect you, and that is a very good thing because most people in most countries suffer from domestic violence, and they are really, really scared and they do not have any idea of where to go. But in Germany, every county or every state has its has a Frauenhaus, whereby the women camps, whereby you can always go to, and it's not always one in one. For example, in Hamburg we have a lot. In Pinneberg we probably have one, but in Kreis Pinneberg we do have a lot. So it depends. With every city, there's always one. Every town, there's always one Frauenhaus, and so you can always run to the women's shelter and get whatever help you need. And the staff are also speaking in English, so if you cannot speak German, then there are always people who can understand other different languages, maybe Turkish or Portuguese, or French, or maybe Spanish. There's always one person from that office that will always speak a different language, and so they're very, very helpful. Another point is that there is job security. In Germany, when you get employed, it's very, very hard for the employer to just terminate you without any reason, even if it's because, like in many countries, you'll find maybe if a boss doesn't like you, they fire you and stuff like that. But in German, everything is done in a standard way, and so those things do not really apply. If you're doing your job, do your job. You're employed to do your job, so do not focus on anything else that is going to create problems. And so yeah, but I do find that in Germany, you do not have to wake up one day worrying that you're going to be fired. It's a very, very rare thing to happen. Another point is that the maternity leave in Germany is usually 3 years, which gives you enough time to bond. So I feel like this is really, really good because in most countries, like I've been to the Middle East, and usually the maternity leave is 3 months. In my country, the maternity leave is 3 months, and so here in Germany is 3 years. So I feel like in these countries that are having 3 months maternity leave, usually you don't get to bond with the child very well. You understand? You don't really get to connect with them before you go back to work. But in Germany, you really, really bond with the child. You have enough time with the child. And so when they start going to school, I don't know, I believe that they'll be really, really comfortable. They've gotten the love that they need, and they've spent much more time before their busy life starts. So yeah. And in Germany, despite the fact that Germany has a very high standard of living, it's because of the salaries here, they still make it possible for you to depend on only one job. And so if you want, you can survive on one job. If you want, you can do any other jobs, but usually one job is enough to make sure that you eat, you pay your mortgage, you do everything. And so it's not like other countries whereby you really have to go extra hard. For example, I've heard in America, you can do so many jobs for you to make sure that you meet your bills. Here in Germany, no. So these are the few things that I thought I should share with you, and these are the few things that also made me think like, okay, why not stay in Germany? So guys, we've come to the last bit of the video. So I hope that you do like, comment, share, subscribe, and do not forget to click on the notification bell to get posted whenever I post a new video. Your support will be really, 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 really amazing, you know. So catch up with me. I'll be sharing a lot more now that summer is coming. I've been doing a lot more of outdoor activities. I will take you through my life, what I do, what I love to do during the summer. And yeah, let's grow together. Let's do this together. And I appreciate your support. Keep supporting, and greater things are about to happen. So bye.